Captain America leads Iron Man and Doctor Doom into a museum of their world's possible futures in the Ultimates Free Comic Book Day issue by Dennis Camp and Juan Frigeri. One of Marvel's Free Comic Book Day issues treats us to a sneak peek at the upcoming Ultimates book by Dennis Camp. Picking up after the events of Hickman's Ultimate Invasion, Dennis takes the resurrected Captain America, Reed Richards' Doctor Doom, and Tony Stark's Iron Lad into one of the Maker's storage facilities to find a new member for their little team. Right off the bat, we establish the attitudes of these characters and what I assume will be the attitudes going into Dennis's Ultimates book. Tony doesn't touch the booze and is kind of all business and sort of the tech guy of the team. Captain America just seems like Captain America. He's, the natural leader of the team. He's the inspiration. And Doctor Doom is rather reserved, but still has that classic Doom arrogance. However, it's really done in a neat way where it's a kind of righteous arrogance and you can understand why he would be arrogant. And I love the little bit that Camp puts here where we find obviously that Reed has been imprisoned for most of his life, and now that he's free, he will go where he wants, or as he says, Doom will go wherever he wants and Doom will do whatever he wants. You can understand why he is the way he is now. It's a really cool reinterpretation of Doctor Doom, which begun with Hickman, and Camp has sort of formed a little bit more since now that he's an actual character in these books. Their exploration of the facility leads them to discover its code named Damage Control, as in the Damage Control we have seen Mary Jane working for over in the Ultimate Spider-Man books. Although something tells me she doesn't understand or doesn't know what they are really up to. I don't think she'll be, doing things in these facilities or anything. She's just kind of running PR for them. So I am intrigued to see if she ends up finding out exactly what's in these facilities she's running PR for. That's something we're going to explore probably in the Spider-Man book, hopefully. As the team move through the facility, we learn that it's like a trophy room of sorts, displaying various costumes of would-be heroes and villains, or in Black Bolt and Wolverine's case, their corpses. It's a really grim set of panels that hits home the overall premise of Earth 6160, a world where the Maker took its golden age of heroes and shot it out back. This brings us to the title of this little story, which is called Forgotten Marvels, and as the name Cap actually gives the friend he plans on rescuing from this facility, despite Iron Lad's reservations on digging up a fossil to fight for the future. I like this little back and forth here because while Tony obviously wants to look to the future, he's a futurist. He wants to look to things that haven't been made yet or are to be made to help win the day, whereas Cap is pretty adamant that to do this they need the guy who was there right at the beginning with him, and he wants him there to help usher in that future. Their plans are waylaid by Hand Agents, the Ultimate Universe's version of the Hand, all who are literally faceless goons who can move between shadows and draw weapons from inside their bodies. Reed and Tony, being the more science-based heroes, aren't really good in a fight, so Cap, using the whiskey he had brought to share with his old friend, turns it into a firebomb and throws it on his old friend, who is revealed to be Jim Hammond, the original Human Torch. The symbology of Jim being reignited here is not lost on me. Jim is the original Marvel hero. He appeared in Marvel Comics issue 1 back in 1939, and adding him to this universe's founding hero team is a really big deal, and it has me wondering whether he's going to be used as sort of the team's like symbol of hope almost, sort of like he was the first one. He's, in that regards, he's very much like Superman, he's that first hero who appeared, and I have to imagine that's what they're going to be doing here, or it seems like that's the idea behind getting Jim back and bringing him into the team, is to have that first hero who was there right at the beginning be part of this new team and help usher in a new future for Earth 6160. It also gets me really excited for who else Camp is going to recruit, and we do get like a little hint of who he might recruit, seeing people like Hank Pym, someone who I think might be She-Hulk, and even the rest of the Fantastic Four, who have seemingly been turned into rats, or these are just rats who were given the Fantastic Four's power, being that the Fantastic Four never actually went into space in this Earth. It's very intriguing, and I'm looking forward to seeing all these neat little Easter eggs and hints that Camp put throughout this book expanded upon in his ongoing series. The little tease this Free Comic Book Day issue gave us for the upcoming Ultimates was really good, further building on the lore Jonathan Hickman set up and connecting some dots we've been getting from other series like Ultimate Spider-Man and even Ultimate X-Men. I was already excited for this series, but the stuff this issue hints at and builds up to, with Jim Hammond joining the team as well as hints at other heroes joining, has me even more hyped and has assured me that the Ultimates is in good hands post Jonathan Hickman leaving the series. If you haven't been reading the new Ultimate Universe, I strongly suggest you do. It's really a great time, especially the Ultimate Spider-Man book, which is honestly the best Spider-Man book going on right now, and the best Spider-Man has been in literal years. And absolutely check out Ultimate Invasion, the series which kickstarted this new Ultimate Universe and set up the entire premise for all of these books going forward. Check out my videos on all things Ultimate right here in the Fortress of Solitude.